Hey guys, in today's detailed video, I am going to show you how to change the drive shaft, CV shaft, axle shaft, whatever you want to call it, on a Volkswagen Mk1, guys. This is going to be the same on the GTI, automatic, manual, right side, left side. This shaft right here, see, that's what we're changing. The boot's broken on this one. In my case, I'm also changing other things because I am restoring this, but I will show you in detail every step of changing that. Let's get into it right away. Okay, so step number one to getting this off, obviously jack up your car safe and all that. Do all that at your own risk. You either get someone to press the brakes, or if you have this kind of rotor, which is on the GTIs, stick a screwdriver in like this. That also works. You're gonna grab a 30 mil, put it on this thing. You're gonna remove that bolt. That is step number one. You could use an impact gun or just a ratchet like this with a bar on it. I'll do that right now. Step number one, done. Okay, so now inside of here, just so you know, see there is a washer. So take that washer out, put it in a safe place. When you're putting it back together, you're gonna make sure to put the washer on the exact same way you took it off. Okay, moving on. Okay, so next, honestly the best way to do this, before you take anything else apart here, so right on the axle, see, look, let me just show you. See, there is like bolts, see, going around. So sometimes if you're lucky, they're just Allen key, but usually they're not. You need a special tool for this. So here it is. See, there's more points here than normal. Anyways, okay, I'll quickly show you the ad of where I got this right now. All right, here it is from Amazon. All you got to type in is XZN triple square spline bit socket set. Tons of them on Amazon, guys. So you can easily get one on Amazon. I think it was like $20 or $30. Here's all the different sizes that this one came with, for example. See, there it is, right up to size 18, all the way from size 4 in millimeters. And here is the price. Okay, let's get back to the video. Okay, so here it is, M number 8. So you're gonna need that and a couple extensions. Get it as long as you can. And what you're gonna do is, so you can get right in there and start unbolting these basically one by one, and you can spin this as you go, right? Loosen it. Or you get someone to press the brake if it's spinning on you. If you got a diesel, careful that it doesn't start on you. Okay, so I'm gonna start removing those right now. Okay, just so you can see what I'm doing here, see? I got really good access to it this way. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna remove all those bolts all the way around. Okay, check it out. So I got one out, see? Came right out, no problem. So now I just spin this like so. And now I'm gonna get that one out. I mean, pretty straightforward, right guys? Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so all the bolts are out, as you can see. See, that's what that looks like. So there was these type of washers. So put those back on when you're putting it back together. Okay, so now guys, okay, like obviously I'm replacing this. I'm replacing this, I'm replacing this, I'm replacing the lower control arm. This video is about the drive shaft. So either way, you have to remove your brake calipers. So just an Allen key right here. So remove the 2 bolts. Take your caliper off. You can leave your bracket on, but take the caliper off and just hang it here on like a hook or something. Get it out of the way. So that is your next move. I'm gonna do that right now. Really nothing to it. Okay, see you guys in a minute. Okay, so I removed the brake caliper completely in my case because I'm changing it. I'm missing the brake hose and that. But what you would do is you would hang it up there, and you would remove the brake hose from here. Get it? So then when you disconnect this, you can move this forward like that, allowing the drive shaft to come out. Okay, so some cars have a sway bar. If yours has a sway bar, I believe it's connected here, I think. So you have to disconnect the sway bar links. Pretty straightforward. Okay, you don't want to disconnect it here because the top bolt is an alignment bolt. It aligns the wheel going out like this. Like if you look at it like that, it aligns that. So either mark it so you can put it in the exact same way. This of course is the wrong bolt, so I'm gonna have to change that, put the correct bolt, align it. But in your case, what you would want to do is you can either separate the ball joint right here, which you are risking damaging your ball joint if it's good. So the best thing to do, guys, is you can remove this bolt right here, and you can remove these two right here, this one and this one. And you can literally drop the whole lower control arm, get it? And pull this whole thing out, and then the axle will come out. In my case, I'm gonna separate the ball joint here, so you gotta remove this bolt. See right here? See there's like a gap in there. You just put a screwdriver in there and you twist. Hit this down and it'll come out. So I'm gonna separate this. In your case, like I said, you would just remove that, and then this whole thing will come out. So off camera, I'm gonna separate this. Once that's separated, I'm gonna remove it there, and I'm gonna remove it there. I'm basically gonna drop the whole control arm off, and then I'll show you how to get this axle. And as you can see, look, it already moves. See, look. But there's not enough room to get it out. You have to move this whole thing out like that. Okay, see you guys in a little bit. All right, so I got the control arm out. See, that's what that looks like. In case you're wondering. So you can put a screwdriver in there and kind of pull it apart to get this out. Cleaned everything nice. Okay, so now, see this, you can just pull this. See, and this will come right out. Okay, let me show you. I'm gonna turn the wheels. See, this way. Just extend that a bit. Okay, ready? So now this will just come right out, see? There we go. Okay, so now we just have to pull it out over there, which sometimes it can be stuck. Okay, so now that that's out, see, this should come out, but I believe this part stays. This like separates from it, right? So I'm gonna try pulling on it and hopefully it comes out. Okay. That totally worked. Okay, I got it out. Okay, so it is out. As you can see, it's out here. It's out there. So now I'm gonna get a rag. I'm gonna clean all that. Get all that grease out. Okay, let me take you to the old one. So be careful because when you're working on your new one, it's very easy for it to come apart. See? It was stiff, like I was moving it and it was like, it wasn't going good. So it definitely needed to be replaced and the boot was ripped. Okay, so the new one now comes with this thing. This is full of grease. So you're gonna, basically what you wanna do is, see they got zip ties on here to prevent it from falling apart. But, so you're gonna take this off. And you're gonna get that grease and you're gonna fill this with the grease as much as you can. Just squeeze it all in there, all of it, until this thing's full of grease. And then we're gonna go put it on carefully so it doesn't come apart. Pretty straightforward. Okay, I'll try to show some of that. All right, fill it up with the grease. Okay, I got a perfectly clean glove. I'm gonna start pushing this in because it's having a hard time getting in there. I don't want to pull this apart. Okay, that seems to be working. So anyways, do that for a bit. Get this whole thing in there and just keep working it in. Okay, I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. All right, so it worked. I squeezed most of it in there. It worked very well. It took a bit, but I worked it in. So now, okay, so I'm gonna, I already kind of wiped this, but I'm gonna wipe this thing. And then whatever's remaining in that tube, see, that's what that looks like. I'm just gonna squeeze the rest of it right there and then put the axle on and start tightening it, and I'm gonna put it in there. So pretty straightforward, guys. Let's do it. All right, got some in there. That should do it. There's lots. All right, let's put it in. So nothing to it. Everything's got to be clean though. So that goes, obviously you line up the screw holes, and then we're just gonna attempt to put the, the screws in. And that is it. Shouldn't be too bad. Came with new screws, came with new washer things. I am reusing the old screws, but I am using the new washers. The other ones are pretty dirty. And obviously I cleaned the screws. Okay, so I got all these basically tight, but not fully tight yet. I'm still gonna tighten them to spec. I don't have this in yet, but so now we are ready to install this. So I'm basically gonna put this on, boom, put it in here, right? Put the bolt through. And okay, and then I'll just show you how to tighten it up in that, and we'll be done. So see you guys in a minute. All right, so I got this on, right? I tighten that, and I tighten that. Okay, so now the only thing, guys, is when you're tightening this one and that back one, get a jack, and you gotta lift the car up, get it? Like, you can't tighten those with the suspension hanging in the air. It has to be under its own weight when you're tightening this bushing. Same with that. You want to make sure that's straight, and then you tighten it. So that's the only thing. Otherwise, I am going to put the brake on. I'm putting new brakes, new everything. And then I am changing that. So I'll do all that off camera, guys. So I'll show you what that looks like. I do have a video on how to change that. Like, this thing needs a new spring, the top part's shot, this whole thing's shot. So check out that video. I got tons of videos on this thing. Okay, so I'm gonna do all that, put this all together, show you what it looks like, and just the torque specs on this and the torque specs on that. Because I still haven't fully tightened that, and I still haven't fully tightened, I haven't even put the nut on yet. So, okay, I'm gonna set all that up, see you guys soon. All right, just a quick little in-between. So I just put this thing together. You might want to watch the video if you're doing that. It is complicated. Look how bad this thing was. This all rusted out. The spring even broke. Crazy. Okay, I'm going to put all this together, show you guys. Moving on. All right, guys, it is finished. Check it out. So, okay, I'm going to give you the torque specs, which are important. But before I do that, I want to show you something. So I started doing the other side as well. So depending on the brand that you get, some of them, look, this is the other side. Some of them have an indentation here, see? And there is a little gasket. See, it goes like this. So depending on the brand, you might have a gasket here, or you might not. If there's no indentation, then you're good. Okay, that's one thing. The second thing is, so basically 1984 and down, this measurement here, from this finger to this finger, is 90 millimeters. And there's also 100 millimeters, which is 84 and up. So I think I'm giving you guys good information here. Okay, let's get to the torque specs. So I got a couple books here. Okay, so I got two different books, and I'll show you both because there's differences in the torque specs. So in one of them, it says drive axle nut is 170 foot-pounds. So that is this big nut here, right? So you put your wheel on, lower the car, and then you tighten it to 170, or you put your wheel on. But let me show you in the other book. Okay, so in this book, it says to tighten the axle nut to 173. So it's very, very close. Okay, so now these bolts here, like the ones on there, I'll show you the torque specs for those. Okay, so in this book, it says inner drive axle CV joint to transaxle flange bolts, 33 foot-pounds. Okay, so you would tighten those to 33. But in the other book, okay, so this one says tighten the axle shaft to transmission bolts to 32 foot-pounds. So, I mean, it's pretty close, obviously, about the same. Okay, and then the last one I'm going to show you is this ball joint one. See that one there? So that one, I'll show you right now what it is. Okay, so the one book says steering knuckle to ball joint clamp bolt nut. So that would be the ball joint one. It says 75 through to 79 models, 22 foot-pounds. But it says 1980 on, 37 foot-pounds. Okay, I'll show you in the other book now. Okay, and this is the reason I don't like giving out torque specs, because, you know, I can't guarantee them. But in this one, it says the ball joint bolt to 21 foot-pounds. And it doesn't mention anything about, you know, like this one, how it did 1980 and up to 37. So you decide on your own, guys. I really hope this video helped you guys out. Remember, this is an entire series of restoring this beauty. This is what I plan on doing with it, making it look just like that. So please subscribe to this amazing channel, guys, and click on the playlist if you want to watch every single episode in a row. Thanks for watching. Till next time, everybody.
I will definitely subscribe.